clergy, everybody that's assembled here today. So, Lord, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, you are my strength and my redeemer. Amen. Amen. So Luke 23, starting at verse 39, it says, one of the criminals hanging beside him scoffed. So you're the Messiah, are you? Prove it by saving yourself and us too while you're at it. But the other criminal protested. Don't you fear God even when you have been sentenced to die? We deserve to die for our crimes. But this man hasn't done anything wrong. Then he said, Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus replied, I assure you today, you will be with me in paradise. We all love a good makeover story. You know, the one about the tired mom who gets some makeup on and maybe a haircut and new clothes. Or how about the one with the dilapidated house, faulty appliances, and the broken front steps? Now it's a new home. Or maybe we like the one about the family man who needs his restaurant remodeled. These are all great stories, but this is not the story for tonight.
All right.
Tonight, the clergy team will focus on the greatest transformation in history. We will tell the true story of the greatest agent of change in existence. That's Jesus. Jesus transforms, revives, renews, and literally changes our way of life. He's not the star of the show. He is the show. Yeah. He is the creator, facilitator, and director of all of the transformations of Good Friday. Are you ready to binge on the extreme transformations? And we'll start right here with the first episode, Extreme Transformations, the criminal edition.
Okay.
Can you see them? 3 men sentenced to capital punishment via the cross. 3 men thought to be challenging, problematic, and troublesome. But like the wise words of Sesame Street, one of these things is just not like the others. Up in verse 32, we are told that Jesus, who was named individually, was sentenced to die between 2 criminals. But Jesus was not a criminal, and I mean, we all know that.
Right.
He was the Messiah, the chosen one to build a path of redemption back to the Father. Talk about a monumental task. Jesus, though, he was not new to extreme transformations. Just the day before, it was Extreme Transformations, the bread and wine edition.
Okay.
And before that, it was Extreme Transformations, Temple Cleanup edition. But here he is between these 2 thieves. This is quite a different backdrop.
Come on.
Does Jesus ever show up in your life in an unexpected place? There you are in the middle of your life, maybe even at your lowest. And crucifixion was definitely low. And suddenly, the Lord is right there. Often, Jesus has a way of making his presence known when and where we are not expecting him to be.
Yeah.
We're like, is that you, Lord? Are you here? And like this duo of criminals, we are confronted with how we will respond to his presence.
Yeah.
Jesus didn't even have to speak a word. His mere presence requires a response from your inner man. When confronted with the Savior, we all have to decide, will we accept the awesome opportunity of conversion, or will we reject and remain the same?
All right.
How did the first criminal respond to the presence of Jesus? Does he repent? Does he say, I'm sorry, Lord, that you're seeing my life like this? Does he show remorse? No. He says, ain't you supposed to be the chosen one? Get me down off this here cross.
Okay.
Can you see that? Jesus is over here doing his work of salvation thing, and this guy suddenly yells out, prove it. Prove to me that you are the one by doing what I want you to do. I mean, he's got some kind of nerve, don't he?
Right.
But if we're not careful, we will respond to our Lord in the same fashion.
Come on.
We say stuff like, I'm in a mess right now. Fix it, Lord.
Yes.
I'm lonely. God, send me somebody.
Come on.
Or, I'm broke. Give me some money. Jesus. But although we are in the presence of the Redeemer, comfortable with the consequence of his essence.
All right.
Death. That criminal did not want to be changed. He did not want to bear the weight of the consequence, though. It's kind of like this. Have you seen that show? There's this person who's like a hoarder, but they don't really want to stop hoarding.
Right.
They don't really want to go to therapy and work on the root cause of their over-accumulation of things. No. They just don't want the city to condemn their house. That criminal was so consumed with changing his situation that he missed the fact that Jesus could change his very existence. And many times, we too respond like the first criminal.
Glory.
We say, Jesus says, you need a whole new foundation. I am the chief cornerstone. And then we say stuff like, well, can you just lay some carpet down? We don't say, change me, Lord. We say like the first criminal, I don't really want to change. I don't really want to not be a criminal. I don't really want Jesus all up and through my whole life. I just want you to bless my mess.
Okay.
Get me down.
Right.
Cover the cracks. But aren't you glad we don't have to respond like the first criminal?
Jesus.
So watch closely. The second criminal. He doesn't want to remain the same. He wanted transformation.
Yes.
He doesn't want to merely shed his old uncomfortable skin only to reveal more of the same slimy self. No. He wanted a complete metamorphosis. He wanted to be a new creation. And he was willing to be in the discomfort to continue his encounter with the Christ.
Glory.
He even created some distance between himself and his old way of life. And friends, when we truly want transformation, we have to make sure our cutoff game, y'all know what that is? We have to make sure our cutoff game is strong. Because we might have to tell some people, no. It's no longer us two criminals. You are on that side, and I am on this side of Jesus. Sometimes we have to silence everything and everyone who's trying to get in between us and the master. Sometimes you have to say, hey life, hey self, hush, because Jesus is here. The second criminal was not willing to miss his extreme transformation because this old ungrateful dude on the other side was willing to miss his. The second criminal says to the first, in order to show their different stance, hush. Don't you know who you're talking to?
Come on.
First of all, you need to reverence God. Second of all, you know we both wrong. And third, this man is the one. The second criminal said, it's not Jesus who owes us. It is we who are in the wrong. Family, real transformation does not come before we recognize that we need to change. The second criminal said, we deserve what we are getting. We don't measure up. We have to be in a place where we are willing to say, Lord, it's me. My actions got me up here on this cross. Yes, there may have been some contributing factors, but the truth is, Lord, I'm a criminal. And the truth is, Lord, we all are criminals. Under the weight of sin, and the penalty of sin is death. It's not them. It's not what they didn't do. It's not what they did. It's me. I need a touch. I need you in my life, Lord. And that, my friends, is keeping it real. And that kind of keeping it real, in the words of my daughter, Cammie, that's tough. But with this revelation of his brokenness, the second criminal gets bold. He turns and focuses completely on Jesus. And he finds the courage to ask Jesus something. This episode is getting good now. He says, Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Or keep me in your mind. Think on me when you go to your place of rule. I mean, wow. Look at this man's testament of faith. Number one, he understood that Jesus' intervening or not into his circumstance is not the measure of Jesus' authority or his love. Secondly, this criminal Jesus could transform him, make him different.
Yeah.
How do I know this? Do you really think that man wanted Jesus to think of him as a criminal?
All right.
No. He was saying, Jesus, bring me to your mind. Make me whole.
Yeah.
Bring me to your thoughts again, anew, afresh.
Yeah.
In other words, Jesus, let the thoughts you have for me be the reality in which I live.
Come on. Come on.
And then what does Jesus say? Transformation completed. The response is, you will be with me in paradise. Jesus doesn't call him a criminal. He doesn't review his record. And he doesn't stay silent like he did with the first thief. There we go. And he doesn't stay silent like he did with the first thief. Jesus speaks to him. And Jesus is the manifest word of God. All you need for your life is for God's word to be spoken. And then transformation will occur. Are you still watching? Because to me, this is the most amazing part of this episode. The transformation could not necessarily be observed from the outside.
All right.
That criminal, he was still on the cross.
Right.
He was still dying, and the crowd was still watching.
Come on.
But he was different. This man had dialogue with the living word. This man had a change in final destination.
Come on.
He was now going to paradise. This man was on the mind of Christ. This man was transformed. You see, Jesus is the ultimate interior designer. The transformation of this criminal was internal. Jesus does not have to change your environment. He can change your nature. So it doesn't matter what the situation looks like. It doesn't matter what people are still calling you. You're not that thing anymore. You are changed. You are transformed. Don't believe the enemy's lies. You are not too far gone. You are not beyond the master's reach. You can be renewed. You can be revived. You can have your entire existence changed. So how long are you going to let your past define you? How long will I let the thing I've always been hold me captive? You have encountered the Messiah. You have decided very wisely, and he has spoken to you. This episode actually could be called Extreme Transformation, the You edition. And now, in the words of the infamous Dr. Dre, get ready for the next episode.